Look, wait. Okay. Hello, Hythaliday. Look, I'm going to go through my video with you so you can understand how to understand me better. Because you're telling me and persisting, even though I've clarified to you, that I'm saying that will can't be answered by physics. It can't be. It's impossible. When I said we need to answer it because it hasn't been answered yet with physics, and we need to answer it with physics, something we need to do. There's this thing called time, and science changes over time, and when you notice an explanation you want to have that you don't have, you try to make one. And if you are confused, or someone is confused because hello, you don't have an explanation. Look up the hard problem of consciousness, explaining why something behaves. We still haven't done it, but it's conceivable. But nobody has a clue yet of something that really they can compellingly use empirical evidence to say this is where consciousness comes from. People have theories. Mystics have theories. In science, there are very few theories. There's really just the two that I know of. Orchestrated objective reduction, and the neurocomputational idea that when you can simulate a neural network, it'll somehow become subjective. You have an internal subjective thing. I know it's like seeing the oxygen around you. You can't really do it directly, but you can detect it's there, okay? You have a subjective. Everything you're getting, that you think you're looking at the world and you think of it as I'm looking at my room, that's your subjective that's your eyes collecting data, creating that. Nobody has explained how come you're on the inside of that experiencing it. It could be explained why you get up in the morning and eat breakfast like a machine, but it can't be explained yet. Okay, and this was clear from this video that I've been talking about willpower precisely because power is a term for physics, and it's exactly what we need to look into. The energy transfer involved with will and things we call will. Okay, and that's how we would learn more about it. And I've had comments to other people in there about, where I think we can look. I think it's good to look at anesthesia, the phenomena of anesthesia, which is not understood. They don't know why anesthetics work. I think finding out why anesthetics work might answer something about the physics of consciousness, since it is the only thing that seems to attack something very as technically specific as you could get of a definition purporting to be a definition of consciousness of the human mind. Again, not from the subjective point of view, but kind of behavior of consciousness. Where is your subjective view awake during this operation, which happens in rare cases, or no? So it's linked to subjectivity because consciousness is fundamentally about having this experience. Whether it's free or not is a separate question. Okay, so let's watch my video together, shall we? Is that I want to study it with physics, right? I want to look at what the physics of it is, and unlike what people like in Menhem say, I urge you, Hythaliday, to think about what could I mean there, that we look at it with physics. Does that sound like I'm saying that physics will never come up with an answer? Did you see what I just said? Is that I want to study it with physics. Is that I want to study it with physics. Whatever, down there. We don't have enough physics to explain the subjective experience. See, what I said there was we don't have enough physics. It was right after I was saying we need to get more physics. Do you see how those add up in the first whatever many seconds here, Hythaliday? We need to get more physics because we don't have enough yet. I didn't say it's impossible to get. I said we have to go get. So the only thing wrong with that can't be with getting more physics, but you must have a problem with we don't have an explanation for this yet. What's your explanation? You don't even know what the question is, do you? You just don't get it. You just can't. It's like you can't perceive you're in an atmosphere of oxygen. It's invisible to you, and yet it's because everything that's coming to you is your subjective thing, and you haven't figured out it's your subjective thing from which you're deducing objective facts. So that when I make that distinction, you're just like, you can't hear it. Replay the first parts of this video until you understand that this is not someone saying physics doesn't apply to the situation. God, you're confused, man. But I want to study it with physics. Physics. Right. I want to look at what the physics of it is, and we don't have enough physics to explain the subjective experience. We don't have enough physics to explain the subjective experience. The subjective experience. We don't have enough physics to explain the subjective experience. But I want to study it with physics. Physics. Right. I want to look at what the physics of it is.